What's up, everybody? We are back live at Midcoast Studio. It's Chris Denman, joined live by Tommy the Intern, Travis.
What's up?
Marvis Morell in New York. We've got the Stream Queen, Chris Gardner, and joining us live in studio, host the South City Comedy Series at Apotheosis, the great Tom Brown. How are you, Tom?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. I'm here this morning, so I'm well.
Okay,
I'm well.
That's what I hope so. We're gonna
Fat, but well.
Travis has left. He doesn't care for Tom.
I that's what I hear. That's unfortunate.
You've got a show coming up, and it's very special to you. Why is it special to you? What's going on? I know you've got some material based around the moon landing that you've focused your act around. What's happening that you're here to promote?
Well, this Saturday night at Apotheosis Comics on South Grand.
I went last weekend.
Yeah.
Very cool show, very cool setup, and it's fun because you don't realize it in St. Louis. Travis, you're going to laugh at this because of where you live now, but on Grand, there's foot traffic. I love foot traffic in St. Louis, and there's great windows at Apotheosis. You get to see a lot of cool people walking by.
Apotheosis is amazing.
We used to do the show in the front window there, so like homeless people would like do weird shit behind us.
They'd be like, they'd start knocking on the glass.
I want to be part of the show too. And then I'm up there thinking I'm killing it. It's just like a homeless guy or Ron Finger doing something behind me.
Right. So this Saturday, what's going on?
Well, this Saturday is obviously the 50th anniversary of men landing on the moon, the Apollo 11 mission.
Wouldn't have been possible without the Kennedy assassination.
Hey, no, that's not true. We'll get to that later.
We will talk about some Kennedys later. God, what am I already doing a shitty accent?
Don't worry, it's all right.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's better than mine.
We shall send men to the moon, and they will jack off there.
It's the best way to
Show
do it.
this Saturday.
Space Boners. That's the name of the show this weekend is Space Boners because I have a theory about the moon landing and what they did for 11 hours when they got there.
Okay.
It's mostly just jerking each other off.
They had Stanley Kubrick tell them which smocks to go to.
Yeah.
We'll get to the Kennedy roast in just a second, but you go, how much is it to get in? What time?
Okay, it's 5 o'clock, or it's sorry, $5 to get in. $5 to get in. There isn't a brief open mic before the show. So
God, what have you got? What do you have there, Gardner? What's he doing to himself?
That is
he's giving the finger a little bit.
That's right. That astronaut will be at
Buzz Aldrin.
Apotheosis this
Wait,
Saturday.
is there 3 people in that picture?
No.
Well, you can see Kubrick in the
Because
reflection.
like there's him, but
there's
then
a shadow.
Also,
and there's like a stick or something in the ground. I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like there's a third
probe.
That makes sense. So go out, have some fun at Tom's showcase this Saturday. Who all's on the show?
It's going to be myself, Quentin Wilbert, if I can ever spell or pronounce his name right.
I always spell the Quentin. I was like, is it an I, an E?
I know, right?
I love Q.
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 Q. We got Jason Nelson. Kate Barton's hosting, and then we got this guy from Jefferson City, whose name I'm completely blanking on right now because I'm a bad person.
Well, you sell it really well, Tom.
all right.
I know, right? There'll be this guy.
It'll be.
He's been there before. Blake Marduk. Sorry, Blake Marduk. I had to take a little while. I'm bad with names. I'm very bad with names. But the main show starts at 8 o'clock. There's an open mic at 7:30 if you want to come and try some jokes out.
I might.
Yeah.
Perfect. It'll be a good time. Go out Saturday. I've been. It's a very good time. Stop by and you can grab a slice of pizza. It's a whole. You can make a whole night.
You can bring some food in. There's a bar and a comic book shop.
Oh yeah, I have gotten the chance on multiple occasions to host that show, as well as just do the open mic and stuff. And it's one of my favorite shows to do. And the people at Apotheosis are great. I talked a couple weeks ago about how my car caught on fire, and we had to wait for the tow truck driver. And that
Your
night,
new stepdad.
Yeah, all right. That night, it was so hot outside that the worker at Apotheosis let us sit inside with him while he closed up shop.
Very nice.
He's a cool dude.
He was very cool about it.
Yeah.
Travis, we're going to do some target practice with the Kennedys today. Are you excited for this one? I know it's the Chappaquiddick anniversary, and you're a huge,
it is.
You're a huge Chappaquiddick fan. Is he frozen?
Man, I mean, I feel like we've done something similar before, but having a target practice and using the name Kennedy's just seemed pretty
perfect. Seems perfect.
That's not why we're calling. That's why we changed the name.
What's
for today.
the name for today?
It's character assassination.
Oh no.
Oh,
Still a problem. Still a problem.
Still cool with it. Still
Yeah.
cool with it.
Well, hey, before we do this, before this can get us canceled, I'm going to tell you about St. Louis Counseling Services, stlouiscounseling.org is their website. Businesses, personal, however you need it, counseling services for you and yours in the St. Louis area, improving lives since 1955. Be sure to check out their website and also listen to the podcast. We're talking comedy. The great Meredith Hopping was a guest recently. They've had former NHL players, mental health professionals, all kinds of interesting people on Mental Health Matters. You can download that wherever you get podcasts. Was there a noise being made?
I was.
Okay.
I was just excited.
I can tell. That is exciting.
I was happy to hear Meredith was on the podcast.
She's a nice person.
Yes, she is.
The great local comedy scene here keeps bringing people together. And I wanted to say again last night, big shout out to Larry Green, and I was really, really happy with him winning, and all the other contestants. Just wanted to give one more shout out. That's a big deal to win that, and it's good to see comedic talent moving forward in the city. Also, Randy Carricker, Jeremy Essig. Nope, she wasn't there. Stacy Static and Kevin Johnson, my fellow judges. We had a lot of fun together. Miss Pat was supposed to judge last night, and I guess some scheduling issues happened. That was really strange, seeing Miss Pat on a nameplate next to me there. So that was,
And then
I don't know
her
what
not
happened.
there.
Yeah, and then her not there. Travis, are you gonna jump in the competition next year and win it just because you can?
No.
Depends if I'm in between writers' rooms. I don't know. Black Panther 2 is going to be released in
on your radar.
2021, so I will
It's already
likely
being
be
written,
working
buddy.
on that.
It's already got the writers picked out.
And there are multiple projects that I will likely be assigned to by my manager here soon. So, I mean, if I can make time, I'll see if I can come to your little cute things.
Thank you, Gardner. Let's do some target practice. Again, we're doing this in honor of a horrible anniversary
Can I-
that Tommy's obsessed with.
I
the
love
Kennedys.
this anniversary so much. Let me just quickly.
Hold on.
All right.
Yeah.
Hold on. God damn
So
it.
so
So
willing
excited.
and eager.
I'm so excited for this.
So we're doing the Kennedys. Okay, what do you have to say about Chappaquiddick?
So, if in case you don't know, Chappaquiddick is the Chappaquiddick incident is it's the anniversary of when Ted Kennedy took a bunch of people out to party at a lake. He had 6 Jack and Cokes, went driving with a girl in his car, turned off on a road that really didn't exist, and Evel Knieveled himself off a bridge, left a girl in a car, swim all the way back to an island, and then slept in a hotel.
Okay.
In his defense, 6 Jack and Cokes is just a start to a night. For Ted Kennedy,
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
Like,
He had them all within 40 minutes.
once again, that's just a
you
start to the
sing-
night for Ted
And
Kennedy.
yeah, but like it's great. I tried getting to
See, this is amateur hour when you start discussing numbers of drinking. How big were they? Were they talls? Were they shorts? Were they double shots? Were they
They were
triple
double shots.
It was
Okay.
enough to kill Tommy. We all know that.
Okay, yes.
I
So
also
that needs to be addressed is the size of the drink with the strength of the pour. That's all part of the dynamic here.
last year on the anniversary I tried going to Chappaquiddick. It didn't work out. Did you guys know that you have to wait 3 hours for a ferry and pay $350?
350.
Well, that's what happened
There's a
in the
lot to
movie.
unpack in that statement. But
Yeah,
we'll leave it at
600
that.
if you want to go ahead of the line.
What's that, Travis?
So we didn't go.
But isn't that essentially what happened in the film? Well, at least they showed how difficult it was to have a ferry let late at night, and then he take a boat
No,
back to a
he
hotel.
He swam.
He swam.
Yeah. He was like, don't have a boat. Guess we're just going to swim back to the island.
No.
And see, what was supposed to happen was Joe Gargan and I can't recall the name of the other guy. They go, you have to go back. You have to get to the police station, and you have to tell them what
Right.
just happened. This isn't a problem. And he goes, all right, I will do that. And he swam all the way back.
And then he just goes to the
And then
hotel.
he's just like,
and he goes
I'm
just
gonna
to the hotel and goes to bed.
Yeah, that's basically
It's
what
a
he did.
pretty long swim. That's gonna be pretty tiring for after 6 Jack and Cokes.
Yeah, but like you could
It's
have
not
good
exactly.
point.
It wasn't exactly PT 109. It wasn't his brother. You know?
But oh shit. But then after that, like the thing that he also did was he like got caught in a whole bunch of lies. Like they said, oh, he's being treated for a concussion. He's been taking these medicines and stuff, and they're like, nah, that's not what you do when you have a concussion because it's a blood thinner. The only reason this story didn't get as much coverage as it did was because of Tom's favorite historical incident.
Yeah.
Because they kind of overlapped. So within like 3 days, it got overshadowed by the fact that the moon landing happened, which was inspired by a Kennedy, which made a lot of people lax on Ted himself.
It still stopped him from beating Jimmy Carter in the 1980 Democratic primary, though.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the ad of why he didn't run for president in like 72 or something? It's a National Lampoon ad, and it said basically if Ted Kennedy had owned a VW, he might be president now.
Oh, yeah. They got sued for that.
Yeah, it's a great.
Okay, that's
I'll post it in the Friends of Wall group.
Hilarious.
It's a great thing, yeah.
Please do. It's great.
Whoa,
Post
I've
that.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that ad.
It's
Yes,
a
please hurry up and
great
post that
ad.
on Friends
Send
of
me
Wall.
that
That's
link, Tommy.
hilarious.
No, I'm just gonna download the picture.
That's,
Yeah, really quick.
That's so dark yet so funny.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite ads.
I think it was like done by the great Ann Beats of obviously National Lampoon and SNL fame.
Did
God.
Ted plead out in this case? What was the
He
conclusion?
pled guilty of leaving the scene of an accident.
Okay, and that was it.
Yeah.
Was
And
it
then thought
decided-
about
Could he
resigning.
have saved her?
No, I don't think he ever thought about resigning.
Yeah, no, he could have saved her.
He could absolutely save
They
her.
found out later when it was released. They said she drowned. They found
Yeah.
out later that she didn't exactly drown. There was an air bubble inside the top of the car
Oh, no.
because of the shape of the car, and she suffocated. They didn't find as much water in your lungs as you would if you would have
Oh, I
drowned.
see. So the air bubble ran out
we-
of oxygen.
She was at the top of the car running out of air.
Wow, that's way
So
more
let's tell
tragic.
some jokes, huh?
Well, I will say this. And this will combine the two.
Mary Jo Kopechne is her name.
I
Rest in
watched
peace,
the Apollo 11 movie, I guess, that CNN produced and released several months ago. I watched that last night to prepare for this weekend. And you're right, Tommy. This story gets overshadowed because of Apollo 11 and the moon landing. But
I know.
on the you smarmy son of a bitch. prick.
Let's get like you're.
No. Travis,
you're going. Travis,
love
turn
is
the,
off.
Turn
Love
the
is
meme
off.
back on.
Tommy, we're back to prick mode.
Turn the meme back
Okay.
on.
Yeah, Travis, have at it
Anyway,
for the rest of
you
the
were
show if
saying-
you want to
Yeah.
at any point. Tommy, you fucked up.
And you know what?
stupid
Travis
idiot.
is excited.
If
Yeah.
Tom gets a little shrapnel, it's game on. We're not even going to be nice to the guests.
What were you
okay.
gonna say?
I was saying that
Oh my god.
it did
Yeah, I've seen it before. Yeah,
momentarily
that's great.
knock from the headlines what Apollo 11 was doing because it happened while they were traveling to the moon. And the CNN movie, it's there's no narration or anything like that. It's kind of like the 30 for 30 on June, was it 17th, 1994, where it's all the news coverage, all like just interaction. And that's what this one is. It's all just the interaction of everyone that's involved. And so it's all footage. And so you actually hear at one point between Command Center and the astronauts, one of the astronauts going, "Do you see this stuff with Ted Kennedy?" And they start talking about this first, like momentarily during this movie, like, "Yeah, this is something." And they're joking, saying, "Yeah, knocked our mission off the headlines for at least a day or so." And so, like, they're actually just the Command Center and the astronauts that are getting ready to land on the moon are actually discussing this story for at least a moment.
And
They're human.
God, he was so dumb. Did you guys remember the neck brace?
Yeah, I
you
just
guys
showed
know about that. That's
Libby Higgins.
right
Yeah.
there.
Twitter?
Wasn't it from like when he
Yeah,
had the
the
airplane
network-
crash?
who?
Travis,
That-
Travis,
that
go
neck
ahead.
brace?
Oh no, that was something else. He was doing that.
No,
I guess, for that.
JFK.
Yeah,
Jr.'s
Ted
the one with
Kennedy.
the
That was
plane
also
crash.
one unique
No,
thing
he
they
was in
talked
plane
about
crash,
in the
too.
film.
Yeah.
The unique thing about that in the film that they highlighted that was a conscious decision made by Ted Kennedy, and it was absolutely unnecessary. He did that himself.
That's-
No one told him to do that.
That's
It's
my
like,
And
favorite
he did it
part
on
in
his
the
own when he
movie.
went and he wore that to the funeral.
That's my
And literally, shook the hands of the parents, and basically, people asked him about the neck brace because people were like, "Why are you wearing that?" And it was just a huge, as Tommy pointed out, the guy had a series of just stupid ass things he did
Yeah.
following that incident, and it just made him look incredibly guilty.
He was the dumb Kennedy. after all.
my favorite part in the movie
Yes.
is where he has that, and he's like, "How's this look?" And everybody goes, "Don't
Right.
do that. You look like a moron."
yeah.
And
I
he still did
wonder-
it.
I wonder. Remember the movie Wild Things? I wonder. Bill Murray's I believe an attorney in that one, and he like wears the neck brace to court or something like that, trying to get money, and then he like gets back to the office and just rips it off. And what I'm wondering if Bill Murray was inspired by Ted Kennedy in his role in the movie Wild Things. Now that we just kind of discussed
Or
how
just
that.
any shitty lawyer.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well,
But yeah, the
we do.
Kennedys are great.
We do target practice, and again, I feel horrific that we're calling it that today. But hit
It's
it,
called
Gardner.
character
Let's play it.
assassination today.
We pick a topic. Tom dances to it. Excites the ladies at home.
Yeah,
Fellas,
ladies at
too.
home.
We roast a subject. Today's subject, the Kennedys. Everybody, Marvis, you're in Brooklyn. You're the leadoff hitter for the team. What do you got, sir?
How could the Kennedys be Camelot when every woman was able to grab Jack's Excalibur?
Tommy, it's your day. What do you got?
Robert Kennedy and John F. Kennedy, they were really close. So close, in fact, they could finish each other's women.
Tommy Moslander.
Ouch.
That is a beautiful shot from way downtown. Bang, well done.
You can tell he's just giddy today.
Yeah, he is.
You're
Very-
jumping all over every conversation.
Yeah.
But you're just, I
But he's
got to
not-
talk about the Kennedys.
But he's not as evil as he usually is.
No,
he's
no,
like
no.
happy annoying.
Like, yeah,
he's
he's-
usually mean annoying.
He's just giddy.
yeah.
Did you guys know Rob Lowe played JFK?
no.
Nope.
And a really
Alright.
bad version of
Continue.
whatever.
No.
He won an Emmy.
Oh God.
Tom Brown, he's our guest. He's
All
the
right.
host of the comedy series at Apotheosis. How about you, sir?
All right. This is on JFK. Pretty ironic that when getting blown by Marilyn Monroe, he kept saying back and to the left.
Jesus, man. Jesus.
I have a lot of these.
Tom, why don't you double up? I know how many you have. Let's just keep it going. You got another
17.
one you want to share?
JFK liked to show women why he's the captain of the PT-69.
Gardner's pleased with that one. Back to New York. Travis, what do you got?
Great, more Kennedy jokes. I need that like Mary Jo Kopechne needed oxygen.
So you really needed the jokes.
Don't sniff your own fart on the video. Come on. Oh man.
Yeah, that's sniffing your own heart's like a month ago.
yeah,
Travis.
yeah. Farted on the show.
Enjoying his own brand. What can I say?
I'm hosting this thing. I'm gonna do what I want. Tom, back to you.
All right. Let's see here. JFK is on the 50-cent piece because that's what a blowjob cost back in his day.
Tommy, stop enjoying these.
These are so good.
Back to you, Tommy.
You might know Robert Kennedy from the work John Kennedy took credit for. Work like securing his seat as president, the de-escalation of the Cuban Missile Crisis, and of course his fourth child. It's a heavy rumor, guys. Look it up.
You know so much about
I don't have this in joke form,
It is.
but on the night that Martin Luther King got assassinated, Robert Kennedy gave a speech in Indianapolis, and it was the only city that didn't have a riot, right? And but while he was giving that speech, he was wearing his brother's suit jacket, which means that he flew around with his brother's clothing and then just occasionally wore it. That's not a joke. It's just a
That sounds like
fact.
something you would do if you had a brother.
Yeah, but like he would cry into it and stuff.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's tragic.
Yeah, he was like real upset about his brother dying.
Yeah, he would be. Yeah, it was a public execution.
Tommy, what
yeah.
are you doing?
All right, Tom, your turn.
Fuck you, Tommy.
I'm hosting this thing, Tommy, you dummy. We have a
Hey, your brother's dead.
Oh, your wife got plain spreader all over her.
No, I
hate
love.
all of you. This is why I'm not participating. The Great Black Sheep. The drinks were strong enough to kill a white woman, and Ted Kennedy proved it that night. So there you
Yoinks.
go. Back to New York with Travis Terrell. What do you got, buddy?
No, I'm with you, Chris. I'm completely done. I can't be a part of this anymore.
Yeah.
Do you have more, or did you just
He
run
just
out?
doesn't have more.
No, I do not have more.
Tom
Yes,
Brown,
right.
you have
You guys take-
900.
I do.
It's-
We'll let you go for a minute.
All right. Moon landing. If it was the poon landing, JFK would have pulled through.
You know
Best
what?
use of the word poon since 7th grade PE.
Damn right.
That's
Travis.
why I think Chris, before Tom leaves, send him home with a box of vests.
Oh no, he's got a gift basket he won as a listener. That's I don't know. It's like $70 worth. I said 50, and then I realized I was like, no, he's getting hooked up here.
All right.
Yeah. So
Sweet.
Tom can also. We'll give him the rest of your scotch that's in the kitchen here.
All right, scotch for me.
Yeah, Travis, all the free booze or all the booze that's here in the Mid-Coast offices somehow hasn't went down at all. It hasn't been touched for about 3 months. I don't know.
What kind of broke ass shit is he drinking?
I don't know, man. The thing
No,
was,
no,
like,
no, no, no,
the,
no,
the
no,
liquor
no,
would
no,
disappear
no.
when Travis was in.
What am I
person
getting
here?
here?
I don't know what's happening.
At
Hold
first
on.
it was a
He's
happy
like
Tommy
day.
he's like a Kennedy in there.
Hey,
No, Tommy
That's not
Tommy
funny.
doesn't drink anything that's not a Limerita. Gardner doesn't
not
drink at
true.
all.
I drink a lot of
Denman.
Jameson and a lot of tequila.
And then throw it
Denman
up
doesn't
immediately.
drink any hard
Almost
drinks.
exclusively.
Meredith, John Beebe has been out of the country for 3 months. So don't play like it's
Yeah.
my fault. No,
Why did you say Meredith?
You meant Beth.
I don't know why I said Meredith. I meant Beth,
Oh, okay.
Beth Hoops.
and Beth doesn't. Yeah, Beth doesn't drink as much. So yeah, there you go.
Oh, you see her walking hungover.
Tom Brown, you've got more.
I do. Yeah, at least 2 more I
You
want to
just
do.
sounded like a Kennedy.
Yeah, I got some. I got some wicked killer jokes here.
I like
All right.
how we go from being funny to brutally annoying in half a second.
Yeah, brilliantly.
You'd only
Well,
know.
now we know why people from Boston
Yeah.
are so.
Yeah, no, exactly. Have you been there? Jesus Christ. Teddy has had amazing confidence when he was drunk. The last thing a young woman heard was, my car can drive on water.
Terrible. That was good though. Tommy.
Okay.
What is happening?
Robert and John Kennedy were known to be promiscuous, but at the end of the day, Ted was the real lady killer.
Oh.
That works.
Very clever. Very
All right.
clever.
That's
Tom
well
Brown.
done.
How
That's
many you
my-
have left?
I have a few left, but this might be my favorite.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to? You sure you want to close? You don't want to close with it?
I have.
Okay, I'm not gonna close on it. I want
Tommy
to save.
Mosslander, how many do you have?
I have
left?
5 left.
5. How many do you have left?
I've been skipping around a whole lot,
forget
so it's
that
a
we
lot.
love the Kennedys.
Some of them aren't that great.
You tell me when it's your last one, Tom.
Okay.
Tommy Mosslander, go with another one of yours.
Robert Kennedy's favorite food was vanilla ice cream and chocolate syrup, because even when he was eating, he wanted his blacks and whites to mix.
Oh,
Oh, wow. Good for you. Marilyn Monroe is credited with teaching JFK how to take a shot to the. Okay. Black sheep.
You read it was like I'm gonna just read this thing for the first time on air.
Oh, man.
And with, wait a second, I shouldn't be doing this.
And that's not the inhaling making Travis.
My question.
What? You
No,
no.
here's my who comedian. Okay, am I cutting out now?
There, you're back.
You're back.
Okay, I'm wondering who was the first comedian to make a JFK assassination joke.
I think it was the night of somewhere.
Yeah.
Definitely. And an open mic in
You think
Dallas,
so?
30 blocks
Yeah.
away.
No, I know there was it was Del Close was doing a show in London with Second City, and they asked for a suggestion for their improv scene, and someone said the assassination, and he just steps out on stage. What the fuck do you want to see here?
I would guess probably Lyndon Johnson would be the first one to make a joke.
I just whipped out his dick and
You're
like,
probably right.
I'm your president now. Thump.
Tom Brown.
Jesus.
All right. Ich bin ein Berliner. More like hell yeah, I've been in her.
Damn it. Why do we allow this to
This
happen
is
on
great.
the show? You got another one?
Yeah, I got some more.
This is the best day of your life.
Ted Kennedy drove cars. JFK Jr. flew planes. The Kennedys really killed it when operating heavy machinery. I
Definitely.
messed that one up.
Tom Brown, back to you.
All right. We do it not because we can, but because it is hard. Not originally his moonshot speech.
You should just go up the next set you do. Just do a bunch of Kennedy roast jokes.
Yeah.
Do that this Saturday at Apotheosis. How about you, Tommy?
In 1941, Ted Kennedy's sister Rosemary was given a lobotomy This would be the first of 3 to occur in the family.
Oh.
Oh.
Again, almost dangerous. He knows so much.
man.
Oh.
Do you guys know about like the Manchurian Candidate stuff?
A little bit, like.
I mean, there's a movie.
Yeah.
That
a
is
book.
so. The big defense for Sirhan when he was on trial was that he was a Manchurian Candidate and somebody brainwashed him to kill Robert Kennedy. All right, your turn.
All right.
Tom Brown.
These little nuggets in between.
This has
All
been amazing. Back to you.
JFK might have been the biggest poon hound in the White House, but at least he never wanted to bang his own daughter.
Topical.
That's true.
Topical.
Bringing it back.
I have
like
2 more,
that.
but I'm going to throw in another quick tidbit.
Of course you are.
When Martin Luther King was assassinated, Robert Kennedy was the only one to walk the whole funeral march, and so he was invited on stage with all the other black civil rights leaders. And because Robert Kennedy was invited on stage, they had to invite all of the other white politicians on stage. And when that happened, Rosa Parks pulled a big white handkerchief out of her pocket and just waved it around in the air. And I think that's real funny.
Petey Pablo approves.
All right.
I hate that. I just hate that whole series of what just happened.
I gotta tune it out a little bit. I focus on my
I
next
got
joke.
more. I got more.
Okay, what do you got?
No, let's
let's
just
see
finish
what-
up with the
let's see
jokes. Let's just go ahead and wrap this up.
Again,
That'd
we
be
choose
nice.
to do this. We are our own bosses.
Oh.
This is why I'll never run for office.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was gonna keep going.
He tried to save a reservation, specifically this one little boy, and he was. Never mind. This one's too sad.
Back to Tom Brown.
All right.
Go.
All right.
Wait, you were making fun of his brother dying
This is
minutes ago.
Robert Kennedy's
All right.
my hero.
Robert Kennedy is my hero. I love him. True story. When Nixon called the astronauts on the moon, he was jerking off onto a picture of JFK while muttering something about "Who's not wearing enough makeup now?" Flat.
I've heard more poon
Oh.
and jerk off jokes in the last 7 minutes.
You are welcome.
Tom Brown, everybody.
Let's see. I'll do another one. Do you guys want to see my impression of J. Edgar Hoover after John F. Kennedy was shot?
I do.
Yes.
Oh no. How could such a tragedy happen? Oh no. That's it. That's the whole thing. Because the
Jesus,
joke
what
is
have
that
we
he
done?
ordered it to happen.
It always helps when you
All right.
explain that.
Oswald was a
afterwards.
patsy.
Back to Tom Brown.
Fun fact: Ted Kennedy can't tell the difference between a moon and a water landing.
Do you think Ted Kennedy saw the moon landing?
Oh no, he did. He watched it with all of his friends
Okay.
in his dad's house.
Oh, he had some other stuff going on, so I didn't.
No,
know.
they watched it, but they were like, that was the one day they sat and they were like, we should watch this, because they knew it was gonna work to their favor, because their brother is dead.
I have my last one now.
All right.
Tommy, do you have any?
I got one more.
One more.
Robert
We'll let
and John.
Tom close it out.
Robert and John Kennedy were amazing politicians as well as human beings, but unfortunately for them, Ted Kennedy was the thick-skulled one.
Oh.
You've been sitting on that one, huh?
I am.
That's the one we've been sitting on.
Wow.
Damn,
So
yeah,
this is our final one. Again,
All
we've
right.
roasted the Kennedys. I want to make it sure to whatever government official is logged in or relative
Target
to the Kennedys.
assassination.
Chris
Oh, you hurt
Denman.
me.
Chris Denman just simply corralled. That's all that happened.
Was it me? Is it me, or did like the last 5 minutes turn into like the ending of a Coen Brothers movie?
Yeah.
Like it just got
Certainly did.
really, really dark and weird and unsettling that I don't know what I just watched.
It turned whenever Tommy mentioned RFK having JFK's jacket and crying into it. That's when it all started
Yeah.
going to shit.
Then it,
Did
they
you
were-
know-
it was blood in the water.
Did you know
Blood on the backseat.
that you can
Stop
buy?
with it. Oh my God.
This
And on the
true.
dress.
This is kind of fucked up. I found this when doing the eBay stuff
Can't believe
that
I
Travis hated. You finish your joke. This is also too dark.
No, you're
Just
no,
said, I
you're
can't believe
gonna
I told my
open-
mom to watch this.
What?
Finish what you're saying.
You can buy a picture of JFK on the operating table after he was shot.
That's horrible.
Why
yeah,
would you buy that?
Close up of his head, signed by the doctor who did the autopsy.
Oh.
To prove, like, this happened.
Yeah,
I
you
was
can buy
there.
that. It's about $400.
Did you buy it?
No. You can also buy Jacqueline Kennedy's hair.
I want to buy.
I almost did. I almost did buy
Tom Brown at the comedy place this weekend. Make sure you guys check him out. Tom, how much are the prices again?
$5.
Let's see, $5.
We've got one more joke
tonight.
from Tom Brown to close
this
it
is my
out.
closer on this.
Target practice. Hit us. Shoot it,
God
Tom.
help us.
JFK had a lot of proposals that affect us till this very day. The Peace Corps, the Nuclear Test Ban Treaty, the Civil Rights Act, the poophole loophole, just to name a few.
Because he's Catholic.
Yeah. I thought that was a stronger closer, I guess not. And
like
that's
that
why
one.
I don't win comedy competitions.
Kennedys, they always had like 900 kids because they knew only 1 in 4 would survive. So that's great.
Well, there it is. Everybody should be really proud of themselves for today. I hope
I'm
that
so happy this
meant
happened.
something to you guys.
I've been waiting for this day since I started this internship.
We've created a monster.
I thought about dressing up as Robert Kennedy today. I really did.
What is wrong with
I had
you?
my
What is
costume
wrong
Dressed in a
with that,
suit,
man?
I guess. I don't.
I had my
What is-
costume ready.
what
I've
is-
played Robert Kennedy before.
What is wrong with you?
In your living room?
No. I was in a show.
In your
Have
living
you
room?
been
Okay,
in
help
History's
me
Mystery?
understand this.
You did History's Mystery, right?
Okay.
Travis,
That's
go
what
ahead.
I did.
Travis,
okay.
go ahead.
Help me understand this, and let me try to narrow the focus of these conversations. What is your unique obsession with the Kennedys? Why specifically the Kennedys? This
Concise.
is interesting. You've really,
Concise.
because I've never seen you this excited about anything, even
I-
Pokemon. So
Did you read a lot?
Yeah, well, I think you already know that when I was little, I was not outside, so I did read a lot, and I read a book. It's actually Bill O'Reilly's book. It's called Killing Kennedy, but I was like 12, so I didn't know.
So it ruined you.
I didn't know
Sure.
yet, but I fell in love with John F.
Sure.
Kennedy.
And he immediately wheeled into the other room and grabbed a woman's ass.
And then after that, I started doing more research, and then in high school, I learned a lot about Robert Kennedy, who became a personal hero of mine. And then I learned about Chappaquiddick, which is, God, it's the biggest blunder
Horrible.
in American history. And
Sure.
it
There's
just,
a little light
I
there.
can think of a couple worse things off the top of my head.
all right, the biggest personal political blunder. The dude fucked up, and it was just the whole family is fascinating to me. The way the Kennedys came to power, the bootlegging and all that. It's
Do you guys care?
supposed bootlegging.
Do you guys
Okay.
care about the? There's a Kennedy in office now that's like 30.
Yeah,
right?
Robert. It's Robert Kennedy. It's the-
Red hair.
Yeah.
The grandson of Robert
Yeah.
Kennedy, right? Yeah.
No, I think it's Junior.
He's part of.
No, Junior's an anti-vaxxer whack job.
Oh, that's right. That's right. No, that's Joe Kennedy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's Joe Kennedy III. He was supposed to maybe run for president, but he didn't end up doing it. He did a really good speech denouncing Trump and stuff, and talking to the.
If you can get enough syllables out, it's not that hard to put an anti-Trump speech together.
Beto O'Rourke. This is also an interesting fact. If you go look at.
We'll be the judge of this.
If you go look at like papers around when Beto was running against Ted Cruz, a lot of papers compare him to Robert Kennedy because they first have the same real name. Robert Francis is their name, and also the way he talks and acts on stage is very similar to how Robert Kennedy acted. And then he did this political campaign where he runs for president, and that all kind of went out the window. But it's just you can look up stories about that. It's really interesting.
Okay, hold
To
on.
me.
Hold on here
Okay,
a second.
okay.
Hold on here a second, real quick. I want to try something.
I believe I was just like
Alright.
born to be president.
Hold on here.
I am announcing today my candidacy for the presidency of the United States. I do not run for the presidency merely to oppose any man, but to propose new policies.
Okay, that's RFK. Tommy, do you have a boner after listening to that?
I'm a little hard right now.
He's got the
honestly.
corduroy pants on.
I once memorized that speech.
Gardner really looked. I want everyone to know. Gardner
Okay.
really looked to check
But
to see
here's-
if there was an erection
Hey,
on,
Here-
on our
there's a-
intern.
there's
I'm
a
watching
reason.
the way he's reacting.
There's a reason for
His
this.
favorite president's Bill Clinton, then. All right.
I was gonna say, you are really embracing this Kennedy thing.
I was always a big Harding fan. I really like the bad ones.
Harding fan, yeah.
Would you like to tell them what I wanted to do, but you wouldn't let me because it's 12 minutes long?
You wanted to read a statement by Ted Kennedy?
Yes, I did.
And
I wanted to read the statement he gave on the 25th of July.
So I vetoed that.
Yeah, he did.
You
It
should
was-
Facebook Live from your personal account after the show.
I will do that.
Yes, do that.
You honestly
The
should.
technology exists. You can do it.
So the reason Gardner's looking at my pants so much, I think,
Take
today
it easy.
is because these are my red pants, and I tell them about the picture I sent you
Already did. I mentioned it before.
on today.
No, not today.
Let's
Oh.
explain to the people viewing and listening.
I gotta
what's
know.
going on.
So I got
Travis, knock that shit off, all
I got
right?
these pants
Calm
on.
the fuck down.
What'd he do?
Acting like a fucking bitch.
I got
Oh,
these.
I don't know.
Feel these pants, by the way.
All right.
They're corduroy. No, they're
Okay.
corduroy.
Moving
You know
on.
this is. You
Aren't
knew
they
this was
soft?
gonna happen, Travis.
Moving on.
They're not that great.
You can't react like that every
I
time.
was expecting softer.
So, Gardner, go ahead.
But I am laughing. I got nothing.
How about this? Go ahead, Tommy. Finish.
I sent him a picture of me wearing these pants, and he calls it the dick pic picture.
Yes.
Because of the way I was angled and the lighting on the pants. It wasn't my actual friend, but he's.
What
But it
Who's
made
your
you.
friend?
It looked like a better friend. I'm assuming.
Yeah, it did. He swears up and down that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that's it.
You
That's,
basically sent me a dick pic.
it's not. I'll show Chris. I'll have him decide.
Travis, when you get back to St. Louis, do you see yourself working with Tommy on a daily basis for creative projects?
I would love to. I think no, just not with just people like Tommy, but I think there are a lot of people currently in St. Louis who have a lot of projects. Either they're in the middle of them or they're trying to complete them, and it sometimes takes a collaborative effort to finally get to your finish line, especially if you're a first-time writer.
Why are you giving us coach speak?
That's good. This
I
is
agree
good
with
I'm not
spin.
giving anyone
Coach
coach
speech.
speak.
I agree with him.
No, I do want to, for however long I'm back in St. Louis, I do want to continue to try to help others in the same way others have helped me. And so I think in order to get more people that look like me, that have maybe backgrounds like myself through the door, it's important to bring them along when you get through it. And so that's what I was talking with Tommy about. I
we
want
talked on break.
some of the other screenwriters and comedians and stand-up comics who are currently writing or working on projects to come together so we can, finally hold each other accountable and complete deadlines. So that way people continue to get their work out there. And look, we talk about the St. Louis comedy scene all the time. And, we all know what the next step is. Once you become a national comedian, you want to put out those projects that you've been working on for years. So any way we can help do that, I would like to have, be a part of that process. And I do believe like folks like Tom Brown and Tommy Montana, they're part of a very good quality comedy scene, one of the best in the country, and any chance more exposure for St. Louis.
Well said, sir. When you get back, there is a job listing I wanted to send your way. If you wanted some part-time work, KSDK is looking for a social influencer online.
Oh.
Where
A
you're
sports
a
influence.
Looks
sports
like I got
influencer.
never mind.
I know we just condemned sports yesterday, but I don't know, man. Travis, maybe you've got a spot back in St. Louis influencing folks, coming up with different trends to do with St. Louis sports as well. Would you take this job? Would you be an influencer for KSDK online?
Oy.
If they let me be myself, yes. If they were to let me
what does
be
that
me,
mean? You
I
just
would absolutely
complain?
do it.
Like you get to complain without reproach?
wait,
No, I
He
get
would
to. I
sell
get
his
to,
soul
I get,
to be famous. So no, you did that. That's
Who, me?
a fucking lie.
He already does the things that like real famous people would be forced to do.
Yeah.
Like whatever he's like, it's
I gotta
my
dress
brand,
this
it's
way.
this, it's that.
Here's
So I know that if they were like, "Hey, we need you to put on this hat with a feather coming out of it, and we need you to do a little dance," you'd be like, "All right, as long as I'm getting those retweets," and then you do it.
Well, aren't you a sassy little diva?
my,
A froze, but
Tom, that picture. What did you think?
Oh, you froze for a second.
Nice
Oh,
dick.
you froze, Travis.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
Perfectly froze though.
I forgot. Go ahead.
Here's what I would ask you, Travis. When you say, if they let me be myself, does that mean let me make a video of how me explaining why Magic Johnson should replace
Mm-hmm.
John Mozeliak as president of baseball operations. Is that what you mean by that?
Absolutely. That's
I'm gonna
exactly
do-
what
Does
I
it have
mean.
anything to do with Magic Johnson's Michigan State connections?
I'm gonna do a quick impression of
He's
Travis.
It's
Hold
a
on,
black
hold
dude
on. I
over a
just
white
asked
dude
him a
is all it is.
question.
Oh, I thought he answered.
No.
He certainly didn't. This is learning on the fly, people. Welcome to Interning 101.
Never mind, Travis.
Yeah, we're not interested in
I'm
what
gonna
you
do
have
an
to say.
impression of Travis being a sports influencer on TV. All right, he is kind of what it is. He goes, being the biggest sports star in America, I think it's a real shame about what Goldschmidt is doing right now. But I think if he turns it around, maybe lets me mentor him for a couple days, he'd really be able to turn it around and make a difference for this Cardinals team.
You have a little something there, but that was not good.
All right.
I do like that where Travis takes, if he was hired
He's just
by the
taking
Cardinals,
credit.
Travis gets to make Twitter accounts for guys like Paul Goldschmidt lit. So you have Travis manning Paul Goldschmidt's Twitter account. That I could handle.
So that way his average isn't good, but his Twitter is.
Yes,
Yeah, all right.
exactly. So Travis is acting frozen or is frozen. I'm not
one of
sure.
the two.
I'll tell you guys about our friends at Getaway Carts. GetawayCarts.com is their website. Customized golf carts for you and yours. That's right. If you want to scoot around one of the great neighborhoods in St. Louis like Soulard or South City, St. Louis Hills, The Hill, whatever you need, they've got it. Getaway Carts, #customized without limits. And don't forget, they support the carte blanche movement that Gardner took up and heads on as we move forward through the baseball season. Travis, you back, sir? I don't know if we got him or not. We'll do some fair or foul to end the show here in a bit, but, well, he's frozen. One more time for the show this Saturday, Tom. 8 o'clock, Apotheosis.
8 o'clock Apotheosis. There is an open mic at 7:30 if you want to sign up at 7 o'clock. $5 to get in. There is a bar in the comic book store.
It's really cool.
You can
Yeah,
buy-
it's a
it's
nice
canned
bar.
drinks, but it's great. It's they once had a canned Long Island. They don't have these anymore. Either sadly or thankfully, I can't.
Do they still have the Hellboys?
I don't recall.
Okay.
I know they have more Bush this time around, so
Okay.
yeah,
Cool.
Very
it's
exciting.
good for me.
I'll be
Was
at the
everybody
open
comic
mic in case
comic
you wanna come see
nerds?
me.
Anybody here watch or read The Walking Dead?
I do not.
God,
do not.
I haven't finished it.
Damn it!
I've been so busy.
Yeah, is he frozen or no?
It looks like he's frozen.
He hasn't moved in a
Yeah.
couple
He's
of
really
minutes.
talented. I don't know. Maybe he's working on something here.
Is he alive?
Yeah, we'll
I think
see.
he's frozen and got frustrated and is now using it as an excuse not to finish out the show.
Oh, that makes sense. Well,
Yeah.
we'll do
That'd
some
be
fair
my
or foul.
call.
Fair or foul. to
Knowing him
close
like
it
I
out.
do, that would be my guess.
That's you. You don't need to know him as long as I've known him to know that.
I
we'll
know
close
that,
out with some
and I'm
fair or
new.
foul. Gardner, hit it, buddy.
At this defining moment, change has come to America.
People often ask me, what's fair or foul? Is it a segment? Is it a movement? Is it hope? I can't say for certain. Time will be a true test of its power. But I can say, fair or foul is now and forever for the people. Gather around the radio with your loved ones and hold on to your butts. It's now time for fair
We give it back to you, the people.
or foul.
Well, we end the show with topics. We decide if they're fair or foul, and I keep waiting for him to blink. Travis in the top corner. He looks like that.
This is more Pokemon that I've done in my life. I think
Yeah,
total
it's-
just in the last
it's
5
a
seconds.
huge turnoff. Gardner, if we have some topics we can
Soft.
throw out, we're all going
Utterly
to
soft.
team up and decide if it's fair or foul. I'll start off. Gardner, you can get in with me on this. Returning home after the big city, fair or foul? Any thoughts on that? And it's fairly topical.
You're trying to break him.
I'm trying. No. I'm trying to think how we feel. Travis
Oh.
returning home after being in the big
Okay,
city.
I mistook
fair
that.
or foul? I'm asking you, fair or
Okay,
foul?
I mistook what you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were saying like I was thinking moving from O'Fallon to St. Louis City and then moving back to O'Fallon, and I was like, what the fuck are you telling me that for?
I don't know.
Okay.
No. I
So
mean,
I
You're
mistook
moving back to
'cause-
Farmington,
Because
big
that
boy?
was, yeah, I was
man,
going to say,
I would kill to live
foul.
in my parents' house. That'd be so nice.
But in this case, with what you're talking about with Travis, almost certainly fair.
Fair. Because you want, not because you want him in the office every day, because you want to hear the insanities that he will try and impart, the wisdom he will fake that would say,
Mostly faked.
it's every other sentence will be, Well, in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
right.
it's gonna be.
Well, at Sesame Street.
It's gonna be like the SLU kids that travel abroad to.
When I was in Europe.
Not even
I
Europe.
was at SLU Madrid, and
Yes, exactly.
I went
when they go to
to-
Spain. Actually, it's pronounced Barcelona.
I went to Tahiti.
and then I
do
went
that.
home to Tofa.
Yeah. So it's going to be that a little bit. And I look forward to that, actually, to yell at him afterwards.
That should be fun.
I went to Anchorage a couple summers ago, and really changed my worldview.
I don't know if that's applicable.
That's,
I mean, I'd like to get my 2 cents.
That's
in.
in the United
I mean,
States.
it's kind. It's kind of fair because I mean, coming back here, it's like New York in the '70s. You know, crime-ridden, disgusting,
Exactly.
super hot.
We have our
you
fair
know,
share of rats.
Yeah, rats.
We could just get a
STDs.
serial
Our
killer.
buses tell us to get checked.
Gardner, you want to start that?
Damn it,
Because you
Tom.
look like the one who
They
would.
do.
I'm saying, damn it, you. Never mind.
Bro, Chris.
Now you know
That's
what
the
it's
first
like.
time somebody's used their act on the stage. Either way.
Parts
No,
of the
it's
act.
not.
Parts of the
And
act.
why?
No, it's not.
Gardner, why do you not have the photo of my size 14 shoe next to the rat that my dog killed outside
We
my
don't have
back
that
house?
photo anymore.
I need that photo
Why
ready.
Why would you
and
ever get
available.
rid of that photo?
Isn't
Why
that
would
the
Why would I get rid of a
That should be
photo
the
of your
background.
shoe next to a rat? I don't know.
that thing? I was
didn't
like,
find
oh.
it. I didn't find it as interesting as you. I guess.
I was like, I look out there, I'm like, oh, dog got a hold of a cat in the backyard. Oh my God, that's a rat.
I assume that there are.
He's
beast
more freaked
rats
out
in
at
the
dead
city.
rats than cats. That's sad, man.
I would
No, 'cause-
welcome. I would welcome somebody's stupid cat that you let run around the neighborhood.
Aw.
Please let my
He
dog.
spent his whole childhood killing them, so it's not a big deal to him.
It was only
Speaking
like
of
7
serial
times.
killers.
God,
Yeah.
I thought I grew up rural.
How many cats you killed, bro?
No cats, because I'm not a psychopath.
And I don't.
I
either.
don't use
But
no fucking BB gun. I use a knife like a real man.
Again, don't you find that annoying if somebody just lets their cat run around shitting in your yard? Doing
No,
anything?
it's a cat.
The
They're-
local
they're
sheriff's
keep 'em in the
department
house.
shot a deer in my backyard once.
Nice.
Yeah. after
Why?
It got attacked by a pack of dogs. It
Oh,
like bit
then
its
it's not-
hindquarters off. And then
Oh,
like
then
the
it was
co-
fucking
the, yeah,
dying.
Yeah, the sheriff showed up. And they're like, I'm sitting at my computer in my house. All I hear pop. I'm like, oh, that's sad. And I hear pop, pop, pop.
That'll do it. Tom and Tommy
do it right.
Storytime podcast. Look for it this
Yeah,
weekend.
we
Yeah,
should do
we
it.
should do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Gardner, you got another one?
I got a fair foul.
What's up?
Face app.
It's on me.
I'm calling fair because it's the only goddamn thing that'll unify anybody to anything. Doesn't matter race, whatever, and it even puts you in different shoes without making black faces.
Old me is cooler than old you guys.
I think old Gardner's the coolest of us all.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
he looks like one of my poli sci professors, Stephen Nelson. It's,
we had a good time roasting
I've
each other
said this
yesterday.
before, but he looks like the guy. He looks like John Hammond sold weed instead of dinosaurs.
would have made more money selling weed. Yeah. Hey,
I
you
did
got-
that.
You girls like things?
Chris,
You want a shot of Fireball?
Chris, you look like the thing that came out of the bathtub in The Shining.
So I'm going to say foul overall. I said fair, but now I'm changing back to foul because, again, it's going to be really weird when their AI army kicks in our doors and it's going to look exactly like it.
Yeah, foul. I mean, this is how the Russians are going to identify us when they invade 30 years from now
Yeah.
to like murder, like decide who gets to go to the gulag and who gets to
Is it just?
just get shot.
Isn't
Yeah.
this just season 3 of Stranger Things?
Basically. And we are in the final season of Earth, so that happens. Oh, my God.
My father.
We're
man.
going to
I
close
think
it out.
I
It's
did
been,
one of me sitting on the toilet and immediately deleted it.
again, Tom and Tommy Storytime podcast coming
Me
soon.
and the DMV.
I'm going to kill
yesterday.
myself.
I apologize. I should have never. Yeah, I'm
not
sorry.
actually going to kill myself.
Oh,
Tom.
please
I'm just
don't.
messing with you
Yeah.
guys.
Okay, good.
Big thanks to Tommy the intern for stopping by and firing up Travis. Big thanks to all of you for listening at home. Be sure to check out the Static Podcast with Stacey Static. And for Gardner, for Travis in New York, for Tom, Tommy, everybody, thank you guys so much for listening. Tomorrow we have DC Curry in studio and Roy Wood Jr. returns for the third time. It's going to be a hell of a time. So, guys,
I'll be
we'll
here
see you
tomorrow.
tomorrow
Those are much better guests than me.
live at 8 a.m. We'll see you then. Tommy, say peace.
Peace.